Well, hello. I am Les Nessman, and welcome to Lizard News at 9. On to our first topic. Cloning, is it good or bad? Today I have a very good friend of mine here today, Eugene Jenkins. He's a specialist in the field of cloning. Hello, Mr. Jenkins.
Hello.
Hello. My first question. Is cloning good or bad?
Well, actually cloning is good and bad.
Well, let's start with the good news. Is cloning good for us?
Well, first off, we can obtain customized organisms, and we can also replace animals for research purposes. We can cure diseases because everybody carries 8 defective genes. By cloning your good cells that you have in your body, we can inject those cloned cells into your body and potentially cure you from all sicknesses.
Wow! So you're telling me you can make it so I never get sick?
Yes, precisely. Also, we can create organ replacements. So let's say you need a liver transplant, and we had already made a clone of you. We would take your clone, and we would take the liver out and put it into you. The blood type and everything would be a perfect match because it is technically you. In this process of all of our, how should I say it, going throughout cloning, we were able to learn about genes, and we call this gene therapy.
What about plants?
Ah, yes. Well, with cloning, we can create plants that are more nutritious to us, and we also may be able to make them free from diseases as well. Now, I believe that it is all for the good things cloning can bring.
Okay. So what are some of the bad things about cloning?
Well, right off the bat, you die younger.
Sorry. Nervous habit. You die younger? Okay. Well, that makes cloning sound really bad.
Well, not exactly us, but the clones of us will die younger. Now, clones seem to be deficient in a gene called RAG2, which is a vital gene for the immune system. And if we can't protect ourselves from illnesses, well, then we die. And also, since the genes in clones are all the same, we have no room for adaptation to society, which helps keep us alive. Now, if we clone too much, well, then we all die, because one infection will kill them all. And there are also other people that say cloning is playing God, but we don't think so, because it's kind of natural, except we help it along in the process. Now, also, they say that if you are a parent of a clone, you will not care as much about the kid as you would if you made it with a female and a male. Because if you made it naturally, you would care more about the kid and loving it. And with the clone, you would care more about how much it looks like you and not actually caring for it.
Is that all? Are you starting to make cloning sound really bad?
Well, if you think that stuff sounds bad, listen to this. Dolly the sheep, which was the famous animal to be first cloned, was started with 277 fused eggs. Only 29 of those fused eggs made it to embryos. Now, all of those 29 embryos were implanted into 13 different sheep. Now, only one of those sheep became pregnant with Dolly. And this just shows that if we were to clone a human, the odds of survival would be very minimal, considering humans only give 1 egg a month. And even if it did survive, it would not grow normally.
Well, it looks like you summed it up. Good and bad of cloning, pretty good, Dr. Jenkins. Now, the rest of my viewers, I'd like to thank you. This is all the time he has, is all the time we have. Well, thank you again, Mr. Jenkins,
You're welcome.
and the audience. And make sure you're back at 11 o'clock for Lizard News, information, global warming.